So hey everyone, this is Rahul and in this video I will show you how to make a simple weather app using HTML, CSS and JavaScript. If you are a beginner and want to improve your skill, learn how to use API, this video is perfect for you. In step by step, we will create this app together. If you are new to this channel, please like, subscribe and comment. So before starting the video, you can see that our front-end design will look something like this. There will be an in full field, so there we can search for a city and check the weather there, and I will also add a number of features that will change according to the weather here, and you will be able to see the temperature of the city here, and the entire city name will be visible here, and on the side you can see the humidity and wind speed. So let's first design the front end, and if you are first time visiting to this channel, make sure please like, subscribe and comment. This project can be useful for your resume and also you can push to your GitHub accounts. So don't waste the time, let's get started with it. So first of all, go to the folder where you want to work on this project and open it in your Visual Studio. You can see that there is another folder inside it where I have kept some photos that are we are going to use in our project according to the weather condition. So first I will create an HTML, CSS and JavaScript file. So let me create it. So first of all, let's build the layout of the page using HTML, and after that we will do the styling. Okay. So first, type an exclamation mark and press enter to generate the boilerplate of HTML, and let me add a title. Next, I will create a div and name it class card. Inside this div, I will add an input tag where we will enter the city name, and additionally, I will add a button that will help us to perform the search. Now let me create another div and name its class weather, and inside this div I am taking a weather image tag. This image will be dynamically changed according to the weather condition, and I am taking a tag h1 with the id temperature where I will display the temperature, and below that I will add and tag h2 with the id city where I will display the city name, and below this I will create another div to hold the humidity. This div will have a class called weather information. Inside the weather information div, I will add another div for humidity, and I will name it class column. Inside this div, I will add an image tag and s3 tag to display the humidity. So next, I will copy this column and paste it again. This time, I will change humidity to wind to display the wind information. So see, now we have successfully created the HTML layout for the front end. So let's go for style. Okay, now that we have successfully completed the styling, let's move on the creating a weather API before integrating the backend. So let me explain how you can create it. Okay, first of all, open Chrome and search for Open Weather. Sign up on the website. After sign up, look at the navigation bar at the top of and go to your account where you will see the option for My API. Click on My API and you will find an option to create or generate an API key. Enter the name for your API key. Since I already have an API key, I am deleting this. Once done, go back to the API section. So scroll down and here you will see the bold API request by city name. Go to the API call section and copy the first URL. Now copy the URL and paste it into the browser search bar. To check the data in the JSON format, replace city in the URL with the name of the city whose weather you want to see. So let me take Mumbai city name here. Also replace the API key string with your API key that we created earlier. Once you done, you will see the weather information for the entered city. So here we can see our entered weather information. Here you can see temperature, wind speed and humidity and also name display Mumbai, and we are going to display this JSON format data in our weather app. So let's go back to the JavaScript and proceed. Okay, first I will create a variable to store the API key. So let me create, and then I will create another variable to store the API URL. Okay, now go to the browser where we were testing the URL and copy this URL and paste it into the API URL variable. And similarly, copy the API key from the API URL and paste it into the API key variable. After that, remove the API key from the API URL. Okay, nice. Next, I will link the JavaScript file to the HTML file. Okay, that's done. Okay, first of all, let me write the code and then I will explain it step by step. Okay, first let me explain this code before we proceed. So here you can see I have written a async function named I take get weather data. Inside this function, I create a variable called response. This use the fetch function. This fetch function send the request to the web server and retrieve all the information which get stored in the response variable. And next I create another variable to store the data in the JSON format. And using console.log, I am going to displaying this JSON data in the console. So that's all. Okay, all right. Now let me call this function. After calling it, go to the browser console to check the information. Showing an error. Let me check. Uh, oh, I accidentally add an space in API key. Now you can see the information is displayed in the console. And inside the data under the main object, you can see the city name, temperature and humidity, all of the information you can see here. Now let's display this data on the web app. So first we will call the IDs of HTML element where we want to show this information. Let me write the code and then I will explain. Here you can see I am calling HTML document ID using document.query selector. In this element ID city, I am going to display the city name that we are going to enter through the input that will be displayed in city ID element. Like this I called temperature, humidity, and I am going to call for wind. And in this temperature also I am going to display the temperature. Here you can see inner.html data is the data coming from web server, and inside the main our temperature keyword. From this we are going to display this data in our web app using HTML ID. Okay, now let me call the wind ID. Okay, now let me copy this code and paste it into the asynchronous function, because now this code is ready to display real-time data inside the our web app. Now here you can see it's showing for Mumbai city 28.99 degrees Celsius temperature, and here you can see humidity 32%, and also it's showing wind speed 4.63 kilometer per hour. So it is an problem. It's showing in decimal number 28.99 degrees Celsius. So we are going to display only 28. So for this, we have to change and we have to add a math method. Okay, that's nice. Now it's showing only 30 degrees Celsius, not in decimals. Here, are you notice that it always show as the city Mumbai? This is because we have set by default city name Mumbai, so it always display its data. Now let's work on input field. When we will enter the city name inside the search box, it will display this particular city name and temperature, humidity and wind speed for that city. To achieve this, we don't have to do much. We just need to modify the get weather data function to accept the city as the parameter, and then in the response field we include the city. Okay, and we are going to calling using query selector in full field and button. When the user press the search button after enter the city, it will display this particular city's temperature, wind speed, humidity, etc. Okay, for this now I am adding a event listener. When a user click on this button, this event will be active and it calls the function get weather data, and this get weather data function collect the information from the input field what the user input and for it proceed. Okay, now let me take a city name. Okay, I am taking Pune. Okay, after input the city name Pune, it's showing the city name Pune and also displaying the temperature of this city and also showing humidity and wind speed. Okay, let me take country name China. Okay, here it's showing the China and here you can see the temperature. Also, you can see humidity and wind speed of this country. Okay, fine. Okay, now we'll work on this picture, which is changed according to the weather condition. For example, if the weather is clear, the picture will change to show only the sun. If the weather is rainy, the picture will change to a rainy picture. Okay, let's work on this future. So first, let me show you the console weather condition. Let's go to the weather condition. Here you can see in weatherman, the weather condition is cloud. So here we can use conditional statement to compare with cloud. I means if man equal to cloud, we will display the cloud picture. If man equal to clear, then we will display the sun picture here. So let's see how to implement it. So here you can see some of the feature I have stored in my image folder. These images are going to dynamically change according to the weather condition. Okay, here you can see I wrote a conditional statement. Okay, let first call the image class using query selector. Now let me add this class in the HTML image tag. Okay, now go to the conditional statement and call this image variable and add this image attribute and let me allocate the image. Okay, in this condition say if man equal to cloud, then display cloud image. Like this, let's do for every picture. Which condition will be satisfied display this image. Okay, okay, I successfully apply all the condition in every fixture. Okay, now let's check. By default you can see here it's showing the Bangalore. Okay, first of all let me take a city name Pune. Now you can see that it's not just showing the city name and temperature but also dynamically change the picture and displaying the weather condition. This means the project is complete and full functional. And thank you so much for watching this video. If you found this project is helpful or learned something new, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to this channel for more exciting content. Let me know your thoughts or question in the comment below. And my recommend is also you try to build this project and also you can post this project in your GitHub account and also you can mention it in your resume. That can be helpful. And please stay tuned for upcoming videos.